Hi everyone, welcome to Feel Good 15 with Sing Up and me, Sharon. So in this session we are going to sing a couple of songs which also have playground games associated with them. So we'll start by using one of the songs to warm up with. So this is Emmanuel Road and I just want you to start walking in time. That's it. Then clap. Tap your head. Tap your shoulders. Tap your legs. Swing your arms side to side. So let's swing our arms above our head. Tap those shoulders again. Tap the head. Tap the legs. Have a little twist. 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 That's it. Clap hands. Okay. So I'm going to continue with this song, but this time I'm going to make it a little trickier. So we're going to do a similar sort of thing. For example, I'm going to clap 4 times. That's the beginning of my sequence. Okay? So then instead of doing it with me, you're going to do it after me. So I'll do my 4 claps, then you do 4 claps. But while you are doing those 4 claps, I'm going to move on to my next part of the sequence, which is the head taps. So let me demonstrate. So I'm going to do my 4 claps. Then you'll do 4 claps. You'll do 4 head taps. 4 shoulder taps. 4 claps. 4 thigh slaps. Yeah, so you're copying my sequence, but 1 turn later. So let's keep the music going again. Let's see if we can do it. 4 claps, head taps, and shoulder. Then your elbows. Then your thighs. Then your shoulders. Then clap. Then your head. Then your shoulders. Then your thighs. Then your elbows. And your head. Then clap. Do your shoulders. Do your thighs. Then a clap. Then your head. Then a clap. Well done. Okay, so I told you, you'd have to concentrate. Remember, if you want to try that again, you can get someone to lead and you all follow. You can take turns leading. It can be a lot of fun. Don't start too complicated though. All right. So then we're going to move on to another little, I'm going to use the next song, which is Who Stole My Chickens and My Hens? And for this one, we're going to start out just by saying the words. Okay, so repeat after me. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Your turn. Who stole my chickens and my hens? And again. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Then you've got who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Your turn. Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Then you've got who stole my chickens and my hens? Your turn. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Okay. So hopefully that should be pretty easy for you. Can we do that all together? But this time we're going to do it in a low voice, okay? So you're going to try your low voice. Ready, 2, 3, and who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Right? How did you manage? Should we try in a higher voice then? Let's do high-ish, but not super high yet. I'm sure some of you can get really high, but let's try like medium to high. 1, 2, 3, and who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Can you go higher still? Super high? Maybe slide your voice a couple of times. Okay, let's go for a super high voice. 1, 2, 3, and who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Okay, so if you like doing it in different voices, feel free to pause the video and you can explore some more voices. You might do different accents. You might just do some sort of crazy made-up voice, whatever you like. Now I'm going to move on to, if you see where those X's are, we are going to stamp our feet where those X's are. And that is, that's the pulse. So the pulse in music is the steady beat. So you know when someone counts in, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the steady beat. Doesn't change, doesn't go faster or slower, just stays at, it's the pulse, like the heartbeat. Okay, so when we go, who stole my chickens and my hens, you're going to go stamp, stamp, stamp. Okay, so let's try that. Ready? And who stole my chickens and my hens? Stamp, stamp, stamp. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Stamp, stamp, stamp. Who stole my chickens? Stamp. And who stole my hens? Stamp. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Stamp, stamp, stamp. Okay? I'm going to teach you the tune as well for this before we do the whole game. So the tune goes, who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? So I'm going to do a line and you do it back. So my turn first. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Your turn, 2, 3, and who stole my chickens and my hens? Then we go, who stole my chickens and my hens? Ready? Who stole my chickens and my hens? And then we've got, who stole my chickens? Ready? 2, 3, and who stole my chickens? Then it goes, and who stole my hens? And who stole my hens? And then finally, who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Okay, I'm going to knock when you should be stamping. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Okay? So let's sing it together a couple of times. Ready, steady, and off we go. And who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? One more time. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens? Who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Okay, so let's try it. This time, when you've got the X's, instead of just staying in the spot, I want you to move around the room, okay? But only when we've got those X's. So you're going to stay still when you're singing, move in the gaps, okay? Ready, steady, and off we go. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Okay? Now, the reason I'm doing that with you is that you can play games of tag using this song. So it's best when, you know, the situations where you might not have like loads of room. So it's not like if you have a big field, then you can just play normal tag. But you might be in a smaller space. So it might be a smaller playground, or you might be in a classroom or something, or the hall, and you're sharing it with other people. So in this game of tag, you can only move when the song stops. So imagine I was it. So I was on. I'm trying to tag you on the shoulder. So I'm going to move back here. So we stay still when we're singing. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Then we all move. You try and run away. I try and tag you on the shoulder. Yeah? Maybe I missed you, so I'm going to go for the plant. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Now, if I caught the plant, then the plant would be on. But if I didn't, then it's the next bit. And the next bit is tricky because it's just one step. So you might be really close and you have to make it a big step. Who stole my chickens? Who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Gotcha. All right, so that's one good game that you can play with chickens and hens. Another game you can play, which I'll teach you really quickly, is instead of, or while you're singing it, you can clap the rhythm. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Now your challenge, now you could do it in two groups, and one group could just stamp on the pulse, like that, and one group could clap, and then you could swap over. But even better if you can do it yourself. So on my feet, I'm going to march in time with the beat, the steady beat, the pulse. And in my hands, I'm going to try and clap the rhythm. The rhythm is the pattern of beats, the pattern that the words make. So I'm going to count it in. 1, 2, 3, and who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Who stole my chickens and who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? All right, so I managed that. So that's kind of medium level difficult. If you want to get really difficult, you swap it over and you try and do the pulse with your claps. So that's the steady beat. And with your feet, you try and do, who stole my chickens and my hens? There's lots of jiggling about, but I'm not going to do it this time. So you can pause the video, try it yourself. See if you can do the rhythm with your feet and the pulse with your hands. So there's another game, which I'll be quick about. I'll try and explain as best as I can, and if we can put in a little video of how to do it, even better. You get in a circle, and you all have your hands out, palms up, okay? When you're all in your circle with your hands out and your palms up, your left hand, so you don't worry about your right hand, you just do your left hand and you just put it under the hand that's next to you, okay? So if someone's beside me, their hand will go under my hand. My left hand will go under somebody else's hand. Okay, so you're like that. So you've got one hand on top, one hand underneath. And the idea is that you pass the clap around the circle. So a bit like, imagine you've got a penny in your hand and you're giving it to the next person. So penny, 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 penny. Drop it around. Slap, 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 slap. Don't slap too hard. You're just passing it. I'll say pass. Pass, 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 pass. And it just goes, the clap gets passed around the circle like that. Now the game comes in when, you can see I've changed the words slightly here. At the end it says, was it you? So you sing all the rest of it as normal, but you have, was it you? So the claps are going round the circle. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Da, da, da. Who stole my chickens and my hens? Pass, pass, pass. Who stole my chickens? Pass. Who stole my hens? Who stole my chickens and my hens? Was it you? Now, so the was it you, the claps are still passing around. So imagine I was the final pass of the clap on the word you. So I'm trying, just as everybody else was, I'm trying to clap the person's hand. But on the you, the person is allowed to whisk their hand away. So the game comes in if I can manage to hit their hand before they take it away, then that other person loses and they go out of the game. However, if was it you, on the you, if they manage to take their hand away in time and I miss, then I would be out. So it is a good game. It's quite competitive. When you're out, you could just be out and end up being a judge or something like that. Or it's quite cool to, if people who are out go in the middle and pretend to like squawk like chickens and try and put people off. So that's one way to work it as well. All right. So our second song is Emmanuel Road, and you've heard a little bit of it already because we played it in the warm-up. And I will teach you how to sing it, and then it is a stone passing game. And I will say, I've got a stone here. This is another nice activity you can do. If you can find some good stones, you can also decorate them, which is nice as well. So look out for some nice stones, and then you can decorate them and you can play this game. So in Emmanuel Road, it is from Jamaica, and so it's written in Jamaican patois, which you'll be able to recognize most of the words, but they're not quite the same spelling, for example, or same pronunciation as in English. But essentially it means go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy. Pick up brook, rock, stone. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Brook, rock, stone. Brook means kind of broken. A broken rock stone. And then we've got these nice bits. Brook them one by one. So break them one by one, girl and boy. Break them two by two. Tree by tree means three by three. 4 by 4. And then we've got finger mash, no cry. Try saying finger mash, no cry. And that means if you accidentally hit someone's finger while you're passing the stones and saying don't cry. And then the last line, member play we are play. So try saying that, member play we are play. And it basically means remember we're just playing a game. Okay, remember we're just playing. All right, so we have go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick up brook, rock, stone. Go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick up brook, rock, stone. So try that with me. Ready, 2, 3, and go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick up brook, rock, stone. Go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick up brook, rock, stone. There we go. The next bit, the next 2 slides, this is all the same tune. It goes, brook them 1 by 1, gal and boy. Brook them 2 by 2, gal and boy. Brook them 3 by 3, gal and boy. Brook them 4 by 4, gal and boy. Finger mash, no cry, gal and boy. Member play, we a play, gal and boy. So a couple of things. Dee 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 dee. So the girl and boy is an optional. You don't have to sing all of that if you can't fit it all in, but it's nice to sing it. And also there's two pitches. You can sing a higher one or a lower one. So I've been singing the higher one. So for example, brook them 4 by 4, gal and boy. So try that. Ready, and brook them 4 by 4, gal and boy. Good. One more time. Brook them 4 by 4, gal and boy. But if you want to do the lower one, you stay in the same note as 4. Brook them 4 by 4, gal and boy. Finger mash, no cry, gal and boy. Member play, we a play, gal and boy. So you can stay low like that. And also just you've got an extra syllable. Member play, we a play. Try that. Member play, we a play. Okay. So just take you through before we sing it with the track, and I show you the game. You then sing it all again. And then there is, at the end of this, there's a bit of an instrumental, and I'll talk a little bit about the game at that point. And then we sing it all again. And at the very end, if you notice, we've got member play, we are play twice. So the second time, member play, we are play, and you can go up high, gal and boy. All right, so you just repeat that last line. And so basically I'll give you a heads up about the game. So you can make up your own stone passing game for this if you want. So what I'm going to suggest is when we do the go down Emmanuel Road, gal and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone, we're just moving our own stone forward and back, okay? So go down Emmanuel Road, gal and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone. Go down Emmanuel Road, gal and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone. Then when we get to brook them 1 by 1, that's when we're going to start passing to the right. So you pass brook them. So you put it down and you go and pick up the next one, and hopefully there should be one waiting for you from the person next to you. So you just go brook them one by one, girl and boy, brook them two by two, girl and boy, brook them tree by tree, and you just pass them like that. So let's have a go. Oh, sorry. We go. I'll get the music playing and we'll go for it. So let's sing it first. Let's got a bit of an introduction and go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone. Go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone. Brook them one by one, girl and boy, brook them two by two, girl and boy, brook them tree by tree, girl and boy, brook them four by four, girl and boy, finger mash, no cry, girl and boy, member play, we'll play, girl and boy, go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone. Go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone. Brook them one by one, girl and boy, brook them two by two, girl and boy, brook them three by three, girl and boy, brook them four by four, girl and boy, finger mash, no cry, girl and boy, member play, we'll play, girl and boy. Okay, so we're going to do the passing forward on the Go Down Emmanuel Road, and then we're going to pass to the right and pick up the next one as we go on to the one by one, two by two. Ready? Go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone. Go down Emmanuel Road, girl and boy, pick a brook, rock, stone. Then to the side, brook them one by one, girl and boy, brook them two by two, girl and boy, brook them three by three, girl and boy, brook them four by four, girl and boy, finger mash, no cry, girl and boy, member play, we'll play, girl and boy, member play, we'll play, girl and boy. Yay! Cool. So remember your rocks, find your rocks, or you can do it with sticks or pens or just any kind of items that you can pass around, water bottles, whatever. But the stones are really not good to be able to pick up. They're easy to be able to pick up. So I hope you've enjoyed learning these games, and I really hope that you will give them a try in the playground over the next couple of weeks of the summer term so that you can have some fun singing and playing. So thank you for joining us. Please join us again for another Feel Good 15 with Sing Up. Bye.